Good morning and welcome to the Block Rental channel. Today I'd like to talk about BABA. I'm going to do some analysis, good enough analysis. There's several videos out there on BABA this week because they reported earnings and they were good. I chose this photo or video because you can do all the analysis and upfront work that you want. The best laid plans could go haywire. BABA reported earnings that were good, but the stock goes down. Let's try to find out why. Well, let's start with the Finviz chart. Sometime in November, late October, early November, BABA hit 309, and I believe that's about the time when they said there was going to be an investigation on the company for antitrust. Stock dipped as low as 215, 216, and climbed up again. Looked like it was going to return to its levels mid-February. But since then, it's been doing nothing but diving. And they reported earnings this day, and it gapped down at the end of the day, and it still gapped down the next day. On Friday, yesterday, still in the red. And I believe it's going further down before it comes up. I believe it'll hit 190. I'll tell you the reasons why in a minute. Actually, I'm very positive for the outcomes of BABA. I want to get involved in it. I was almost tempted to buy now. Look at this target, 314. Out here, way up. It's profitable. It looks to be profitable. And you'll see with the earnings report, everything is coming up roses. It sounds like a song. Everything's coming up roses. Anyway, it's really, really nice. We get a buy rating. And it's optionable and shortable. And we see the volume. The volume's plenty enough. Now, if you're a dividend investor, that's not good. It's not a dividend stock. But this is a profitable company. It is the Amazon of China. And it's involved in a lot of things, just like Amazon is. Cloud computing, other things. Nothing on the analyst rating. I do think eventually China and the U.S. relations will be better, especially with this president. There's many different articles. I'm not going to go into all of them, but they're recommending a buy rating, as is Finviz. And you'll see the revenues, gross profits, everything is going up. There's a little chart here. I don't want to go into the detail because we're just doing some good enough analysis. But this stuff looks good. Being a good enough investor, and perhaps not the smartest guy in the block, but wanting to do it. That's me. I'm a computer analyst and computer programmer. Okay, so this finance stuff, I never went to college for it. I learned it all myself, and just reading on Yahoo and various different websites out there, investing.com, CNBC, Jim Cramer. You can pick up a lot, but where I picked the most education up is YouTube and watching young fellas and young gals day trade and swing trade. There's a wealth of information out there. So I like to use the free tools. Investing.com is one of them, but Finviz is what we just seen. And this is another tool called TipRanks. It's free version, but they have a paid version. It's very cheap, and I should get it. Just I haven't jumped at it yet. And the analyst ratings rate this as a strong buy with a $300 target range. And this is on 24 analysts. A lot of people follow it. That's why, when you do swing trading, you want stocks that people are trading and stocks that are swinging. They have a low 260. So this stock eventually is going to go up for the long term. Look at that. A ranking of 9. Hedge fund activity decreased over the last quarter. And that's not good. Everything else seems very strong. The technicals would be very good if it was going up, but it's going in the other direction. Fundamentals, all looking very hot. Alibaba does cloud computing, digital media, and entertainment, videos. AMAP, Digitalk, started in June of 1999 by Jack May. I don't know who this other guy is. Chart again. Next earning date is August, so we have earnings behind us. Profitable, PE. Now, despite having a pretty good rap sheet, Alibaba still reported a loss, and that's because he had to pay a fine. It's his first ever loss since its IPO in 2014. Revenue increased 64%. The major contributor to the loss was the 18.2 billion won antitrust fine. Stock lost 6% on that first day. I'm not going to read this article at the moment, but for this person, Chris McDonald, he says that when you look at it against Amazon in your price and the valuation, Alabama comes out top. As I said, I like Alabama. I want to get in. So TipRanks is very optimistic about Baba. Let's take a look at TradingView and see what it has to offer. TradingView is a free charting package that does a lot of other things. It does some. It's a screener that's as good as Finviz. And Finviz is good. I use use them both. It allows you to have a trading list, and it has some news. I'm going to click on the news here. Looks like a hedge fund got rid of some Alabama stock and some Palatar stock. That's the one that Katie Woods of ARK Investment likes. And I have, well, let's just do this. Let's go back to the weekly. If you take a Fibonacci from way back in 2017, 16, 15, where things started to move on up to its peak here in October or November, and then we have these are zigzags. It catches the SIGs, and so Alabama or Baba definitely swings. You can catch these swings about every 2 or 3 months, and it's cool. And you can use some indicators to catch those swings. This is the MACD, the stochastic RSI, and if you did it right here, when it's below it's 20, you would have caught that swing up. And this is the RSI below the 30, and then swings back up. You would have caught it as well. This is weekly now. I don't usually trade from the weekly. I trade from the daily, but I plotted my fibs, and you can see that right now we're currently at 209, but the next fib line down is about 192 or 3, and I just made it 190 because it's a good enough. Looks like about 195. Depends how you draw it. And the next fib line up is 266. So trading at 209, is it going to go to, 224? Is it going to go to 224 or 195 or 190? I'm thinking it's going to go down to 190. But which is going to happen first? Let's swing over to the daily. Spread this thing out. Take a look at it a little wider. Nice charting package with TradingView. And it's free. Did I say free? Okay, it looks like the MACD is about to switch. We got 195 here and 128 there. So is it coming here or going there? Report down, gapped. And normally I think when it see the gap like that, I think it's going to fill the gap soon, next 10, 12 days. That means it's going to go up. This is your daily. The stochastics RSI says up. The RSI is not really saying anything. You have to wait till it crosses, but it looks like it's going to cross soon. And the MACD, that's below the zero line, and it is only a little bit, but it looks like it's about ready to cross as well. But if we have a couple more bars that go down, all this changes. Whether you agree with me or not agree with me, I think it's going to go down before it goes up. And in my mind, I got this 190 figure, but if you use fibs, 195. Now let's go ahead and I'm going to take a look at see what the options are telling me that the mean or expected move of the market is going to be for about 1 month, June 18th. Looking at the option pricing for the Baba for the June 18th time frame at the money, a straddle. And taking those two prices and adding them together and doing some calculation. Here's the calculation, secret calculation. See it there up here. The expected move is $3.41. Let's go back to TradingView. The $3.41 is nothing. So you could say that it's going to go down to 205 based on that, or 214. Again, those are not exactly the numbers, but we're just figuring this is good enough. But we don't care about the exact. This is not an exact science. So if you want to make yourself or at least in my case, I'm thinking I'm going to make myself $3 or $4 by shorting this on Monday or some further down. But I think it's going to get here. And so I'm going to not take my $3 so quickly if it so happens to come to me and wait a little longer. And I might do this with options. So this is the March quarter results. And I like this little picture. It shows that Alibaba is doing everything. Stores, e-commerce, involved in travel, music, television, everything. Just like Amazon is. Order to delivery to the customer, consumer, looking at all aspects of it. Cloud computing, just like Amazon is. And I'm using that every single day. Their cloud computing service is about $15 a month. And then this goes into the quarter and their revenue. And as I said, the revenue increased, but they had to pay that fine. And I guess Wall Street was not very forgiving. Look at this. Everything is going up, just like I showed you on TipRanks and Finviz. Anyway, let's summarize this and finish this off. We have a stock that's trading at 209 after Friday. Friday was not so hot for this stock. And the day before was even worse. It's a very large company. It's here to stay. It's profitable. It's got some forward profitability. Jack Ma is keeping a low profile. He doesn't need any more trouble. This is a Graham number. If you break the company apart, there's lots of pieces still left over that you could sell. So it's just has a good value. TipRanks, it's got a 9 ranking and strong buy, 300 target, whereas Finviz says 314. You can just believe those what you want. I figured it up to be $3.41 or $4 based on the spread of the options. And if you say that, well, and add it to the current price, and it's either going to be a target price, I'm doing short now, a 28.71. Excuse me, I got a little mistake here. Hold 1 second. Price open is not 32. It's 209.51. Sorry about that. 209.51. In my little spreadsheet, I have to type in these things here. Everything else is provided automatically. 209.51. That's your current price on Monday. If you short it, your target price is going to be 206, and your stop loss is 212. It goes the other way, and that is based on this expected move. But if you want to do a 2% and 5% based on a $5,000 account and $1,000 invested, $1,000 invested would give you 5 shares. Your expected profit is about $50, and your losses will be about 220. Now, this is highly volatile stock, so don't set your stop loss right away. Wait a day or two. Especially if you got a small account, you don't want to get the day trading rule where you enter and exit the same day. It's not good. And if you're doing options, you want to set your sell strike above this 212, because the options are saying it's only going to go about $3 or $4 away from this current price. So you don't want to get hit right away. So set it about 212, 213, 214, 215. And then I do credit spreads. So my short strike will be 215, and whatever your buy strike to take in account and add you some protection. BABA is a great stock. I want to get in. I think it's going to go down first, then up. What do you think? Do you have an opinion about BABA? Do you like to trade around earnings? Now, the easy thing in trading is just not to do anything. But you can't make money that way, so I'm going to go short Monday. On Friday morning, I thought I might go short and talked a little bit about it in my weekly morning update. I do most mornings. Catch Fridays, and you'll see what I talk about BABA there. And I shoulda, coulda, woulda went short, but I didn't. And I'm thinking about doing it again Monday. Well, I hope that this thought process is helping and coming through. And I believe everyone, if you're a beginner especially, can do good enough analysis. And if you're not a beginner, how much analysis do you need? Do you need to do some swing trading? Do you need to do in-depth income analysis, income outgo analysis? I believe all the information is at your fingertips, You just got to be smart enough to take a step back and do the analysis. Because there's so many experts out there presenting so much information, including me, and that you have to, as a swing trader, you have to analyze and filter all that BS, including myself, and make your own decisions. But you only can do that when you start. So take a look at Baba. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Please like and subscribe to this video, and I'll catch you on the flip. Thank you very much. My trading has gotten better since I started posting, and I'm starting to enjoy myself more and more. Happy trading.